Hello everyone, my name is Zard and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at set 40631 as well as BrickHeadz number 185 and 186. This is the Gandalf the Grey as well as Balrog BrickHeadz 2-pack. So this set has 348 pieces, and I must say the box felt really full. I think the three BrickHeadz sets for Lord of the Rings that came out have the same size box, and the Aragorn and Arwen are sort of in the middle. The Gollum and Frodo one is a little bit light, and then this one is sort of sticking out. It's very full because it's about, I believe, about 50 or maybe even more pieces more than the Aragorn and Arwen. I'm not 100% sure on the Gollum and Frodo BrickHeadz pieces. But I was really excited for Lord of the Rings to return. I'm really hoping that this can translate into more play sets, display sets, whatever it might be, just not BrickHeadz. But I do think that these are pretty good. I really like that Balrog, and it was for sure, out of the 6 characters made, it was really the one that caught my eye the most. And I think the Gandalf is good as well. I think a lot of it for the Gandalf is good until it gets to the hat, which I'll take a bit of a closer look at. But I would say that most of the Balrog is really good. I would guess this BrickHeadz set and the other 2 BrickHeadz sets, they're trying to do one from each film. So I guess this one would be from the Fellowship of the Ring with the You Shall Not Pass Gandalf and Balrog scene. I guess you could even have it as Two Towers one, but I would say maybe the Gollum and Frodo one is a Two Towers set, and then of course it's obvious to tell what the Aragorn and Arwen one is. That's of course a Return of the King set, which I must say I honestly would have preferred something else. I honestly think Gandalf the White would have been a better Gandalf one. I think but I guess Gandalf the Grey, I feel like when you think of Gandalf, you probably think of this one, and more Saruman for a white wizard. But I'll talk about that in my Arwen and Aragorn review and the outfits that I would have preferred. But start looking at this one here. I'll take a look at the box in a second and then go over my final thoughts. But starting with Gandalf here, I think it's a pretty good BrickHeadz set. I really like how the hair is built. I think that's probably my favorite part of it, as well as the cape. I think that looks really good. He's got a little sword there as well as his staff. I kind of wish the staff was a bit more built up and detailed, and it's for sure something I hope that if we do get minifigures that we do get a Gandalf with either a molded staff or a somewhat detailed staff to really get the tip of it quite detailed. But I really like how it goes over the ears, the hair, the cape. I think looks really nice. This sword piece fits him fine. I think it might be the same one used for Frodo as well, which doesn't entirely work. I don't know if they do introduce minifigures, if they will bring that sting piece back or not. But I think there was also a smaller sword that they've made recently that might have worked a bit better with Frodo. And I haven't built Frodo, so I'm not 100% sure of how the size works here and if he is smaller or if he's not compared to the Aragorn, Arwen, and Gandalf here. But the size difference, there's not a huge size difference between the Balrog and Gandalf, at least in height, but in bulk and brick, there is a decent difference there. I think the beard is built up fine. It looks like a standard BrickHeadz, and overall I think it's pretty good. I will say the hat is, for me, probably the most lacking thing here in this set. I think the brim looks fine. It's just not tall enough, I don't think. And I think just compared to the size of it, it just doesn't look as good as I wish it did. But bringing in a part of this set that I really do like, the Balrog. I think it looks great. I really like the wings, the flames coming from the legs there, the red whip piece. The tail is something I had no clue was even in this. You can't honestly tell from the box or any images, so I had no clue that that was a part of it. I like how it's built up on the back, especially with those translucent red pieces. The parts here coming off the head, I think it looks really good. I like how the mouth is built up as well, and overall I really like this Balrog. And I think the thing about the Balrog that interested me so much was that it was the first time we've had the Balrog represented in Lego form. Is when the theme originally came out. We didn't get any set for that. Now, I don't know if that will ever come to pass, if we will ever get a minifigure and brick-built Balrog on the bridge. I would see it as a plaque set, a display set like the Jurassic World one, or Jurassic Park one. I'm believe from the rumors that came out today, as well as Indiana Jones display sets, and as the Star Wars ones, of course. Those are probably the most known ones, and those were the ones I mentioned last. But I think recently a Funko thing was shown off, and it was the bridge with the low Gandalf and then a big Balrog. And I think that would be a really cool plaque set, and a cool, like, $100 set or something. Even, maybe not a DC set, but just a cheaper display set instead of the upcoming $500-$600 Rivendell, whether that's minifigure scale, mini scale, whatever it might be, and if it does end up being Rivendell or not. I'm just excited to see that set. So I'll just take a look at the box now and then give you my final thoughts on this set. The Balrog is my favorite part of this set, but if there's one other thing over the Gandalf BrickHeadz that I really like, it's this box art, and I think it's great. You've got the map of Middle-earth in the background, the Lord of the Rings logo right there, as well as on the side, which looks great. You've got the numbers there for the BrickHeadz and what they are. The BrickHeadz are presented pretty good on there. You've got the set information. This is a 10+ set, which if we do get sets, play sets, display sets, whatever it might be. Of course, display sets would be 18+, but a play set line for Lord of the Rings, I'm hoping that that would stay the same and it would be 10+ sets, as I would say those sets tend to be even more detailed. So whether that ended up being 14+, 16+, I'm hoping that it stays at that age range, because I feel like those age range sets are quite strong. The box art here I think is great. It the back of it, you've got the other BrickHeadz sets as well as more of the map. I don't know if they changed the image there, but there's Mirkwood there. That's kind of cool. You've got Moria there. I could just look at this way too long, and I'm not going to look at it there. The Shire. But yeah, I wonder if I don't have it right with me here, so I can't take a look at it, but I wonder if how it's displayed on the box, since you have the Shire right there, and if Frodo is right there on the box, and since he's a bit shorter, maybe it says, like, the Shire right on top of his head. I think that'd be really cool, another cool little detail. But yeah, I really like this box, and I think it's honestly one of the best things of these Lord of the Rings sets. Not that the sets are bad or anything, but they just did a really good job with these box arts. So this is a $25 BrickHeadz set, and I think that's totally fine for these. I think the Frodo and Gollum is $20, and then the Aragorn and Arwen is the same. I would say ranking these BrickHeadz right now, the Aragorn, or the Balrog's my favorite, followed by Aragorn, then probably Arwen, even if it's not an outfit I would have chosen. Then Gandalf, actually maybe Frodo, then Gandalf, then Gollum. I don't think the Gollum looks good at all. There's something about it that's just totally missing for me. And I love Gollum. I was about to point out my Gollum Funko Pop on my desk, but I cleaned up my desk a little while ago, and I don't have it there anymore. But I just love Gollum. I just really like the guy, and I'm disappointed in that BrickHeadz set. But overall, I think this is a really good set. Honestly, I really like the box here, so displaying it on a shelf with the box I think would look really cool. And overall, I really like that Balrog. The Gandalf, I think, is a decent representation of the character. It's not an overly interesting outfit, so it makes sense that it ends up not being. overly interesting. I would have loved to see a Legolas and Gimli in this wave, and honestly, I would like to see it. If they're going to keep making Lord of the Rings BrickHeadz, I want a Pippin, a Merry, a Sam. There's so many characters, I guess, if they were to continue to do this, and I think my number one would for sure be Legolas and Gimli. Would be, I think, an amazing two-pack, and I would have loved to see it switch the Frodo and Gollum, but it totally makes sense having Frodo and Gollum in this wave. I just don't think they were represented overly well. But I think the Balrog in this set is really good. The Gandalf is good. I just wish the hat was a little bit different. I don't know if there's a bit of a height problem here. And then you get into the issue, if you make the hat taller, you start having Gandalf be larger than the Balrog, which is not necessarily what you want out of this set, but they're overly the same size, right? So, I don't know. I think it's an overall good BrickHeadz set. I think I would recommend the set. I think out of all of them, I think I would recommend this one the most. But overall, it's a really good set. I really like that Balrog, and I'm for sure excited to display these. I don't have some sort of BrickHeadz display, so I don't know entirely where I will display this, maybe just with my Lord of the Rings books, honestly. But overall, I think it's a really good set. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you in the next one.